Darling, and today I'm going to show you my Cake International shopping haul. So everything I bought at Cake International, I am going to show you guys now. Now, in the interest of transparency, I have to say, I already recorded this yesterday. I spent 45 minutes going through everything. I'd forgotten what I'd bought half the time, so I was very excited. I was also feeling a bit sick at how much I'd spent, you know, given the time of year. I was getting a bit of anxiety. It was a very emotional, raw video, and I plugged it into my computer this morning to edit everything together, and my microphone wasn't working, so it was just a lot of an expressive face from me and white noise. That was all that was happening. I'm about to do my haul again with a lot less emotion probably. I can explain everything. I'll probably be more controlled. I'm not going to be surprised or excited, or I might get excited because I get excited about using stuff, but I won't get anxious, I don't think, or I might have to think about it. But anyway, I've already done it once, so we're not going to get the whole, oh my god, I forgot I got this, because that would be a lie, because I literally just went through it all yesterday. So I wanted to open it all with you, first time since I bought everything, because I had left it all in the bags for over a week and not even dipped in it, and now I got everything out yesterday and I'm about to get it all out again. And hope that my microphone is working this time round. It's actually probably better this way around, because I feel like the last video was too emotional. It was just too much in it, too much. And I think I'll be more informative this time round, as she says. One of the things I've got, I did say I didn't want to be judged for, because I do have drying foam already. I have the nice big sheets of yellow drying foam, but I was there and they had pink sheets of drying foam. So what's a very pink person to do when you see pink sheets of drying foam? You've got to get the pink sheets of drying foam. So I did have 2 unused sheets of this in yesterday's video. Now I've used it already. As you can see, I've got some Doc McStuffin cupcake toppers on there, but it's just so lovely. It's so lovely. I love foam and sponge. Oh, I love it, sponge, even the word. Actually, that's a funny thing. So sponge is my favourite word, but it's my favourite word when referring to sponge like this. If you're referring to a sponge cake, it doesn't do it for me. I don't know why. I know it's exactly the same word, but sponge cake doesn't do it for me. Bath sponge does it for me. Don't know, very strange. I'm going to put it down there because I know some people might actually hate the word sponge, and some people might hate foam and sponges in themselves. So I'll get rid of it so I don't make anyone squeamish, because I get like that with cotton wool and corn flour. But squeakiness between your fingers, no thank you, it's giving me goosebumps. Now, something else I got that I have had before is the Rainbow Dust Sparkle Range Glitter. So back in circa 2012, it was quite, yeah, it's quite a while ago, there was like that massive glitter scare where it's like, you can't put glitter on your cakes anymore, it is not edible, people cannot eat it. There's me been chomping down on glitter for the last 5 or 6 years thinking, well, I'm fine, like why can't I put glitter on cakes? Anyway, obviously it frightened me out of it and I got rid of the entire lot. It transpired people just calmed down and said that you can put glitter on stuff as long as it can be removed off the cake, just like any non-edible decoration. So I saw them and I was like, well, I'm gonna get some glitter then, because I'm still a bit salty about the whole 2012 saga. So I went and bought 3 pots of lovely glitter, and then I can use this. So I can use my cake decor glitter spray for everything that needs to be edible, and then these lovely ones for bits that can be taken off the cake. So I'm excited, I've got glitter all around. Again, once again. Now another thing I got was some Artista Soft air drying modelling paste. I have looked into getting this for over a year. I went on their website ages ago. I was like, oh, I don't know how it's going to work, so I'm not going to do it. So I went over to their stand, and the sweetest guy helped me out. He gave me some to feel, and I was immediately sold it when I felt it, because it was just like that lovely, like, oh, it's just a lovely feeling, like I really want to squish it. Not in the way that icing is, because that doesn't really do anything for me, but this was just like, oh, lovely. So I felt it and I loved it. And then he gave me a rose that someone had made with it, and you can get it so thin, so it's a really pretty, delicate, fragile looking rose, light as a feather, but nothing to it. It just felt like air, which I thought was brilliant when you're doing maybe a cascade down cake. And then he said it's virtually unbreakable. So if you knock it, it's very unlikely to break, which is again is the opposite of flour paste. And then he chucked in there that Alan Dunn uses one of the brands of his paste. So I bought 3 different kinds of it because I wanted to try them all. This is just a normal Artista Soft. We have the Artista Soft Deluxe, which is, I think it's a bit firmer and it's a bit smoother. And then the Modena that feels a lot firmer. That's the one that Alan Dunn uses. So they have given me a sheet of information on all of these to remind me how to use each one, what the rules are with it. It's basically non-edible, so you can't eat it, but it's like any other decoration you would have to take off a cake. If it had a support in it, it has to be removed. This is the same kind of thing. So I'm really excited to try this. And when I do, I'll definitely record it. Another thing I loved is when I was leaving, the guy was like, any problems at all, pick up the phone, we're at the other end of it and we'll talk you through it. I love that. I absolutely love that. I can't stand waiting in a bloody queue for people to be put through to a call centre or whatever, or a big massive office of people and then be passed around and just be like read out a list of stuff. I want someone who's going to genuinely care what I'm saying, understand what I'm saying, be like, yes, just do this, this and this. I really like it. It's personable and friendly, and that's my jam. Fiesta Cake Supplies. First company that I bought something from at Cake International, and they gave me this bag. Like, that goes a long way with me. Happiness is handmade. True. So I like a bag like that, especially when I'm somewhere like that. And from Fiesta Cake Supplies, I bought some cutters. Now these are something, I've bought some of their cutters before. I can't even remember which ones they are now. I like them. They're just handy to have, but I do think they're quite pricey for a set of cutters, so it's something that I won't order them online. I'll just, when I go to Cake International, if there's one or two sets that I like, I'll get them there, and that's me done for the year with those. So I'll gradually build up my supply over time. But this time round, I got this massive number set, because with big numbers, I normally hand cut them or hand model them, so this is going to be so much quicker. I then also got a kind of like a Disney font set, because whenever I do Disney fonts I end up piping them, so I make a template and then pipe Disney fonts, and I just think this would be quite cute to be able to cut someone's name out in actual Disney letters. But that set is £30, so that's what I mean by it's quite pricey. You couldn't just go willy-nilly. It needs to be something that you really know you're going to get use from and not a frequent purchase. Then I saw Chrissy Cakes and Supplies with her beautiful purple stand. Now this was the first time I'd met Chrissy. She knows what I look like because I've used the Pro Frost on my videos, and I think she may use my video on her website or something, I don't know. Anyway, she knows my face and I didn't know her, so I walked up to the lady at the stand. I was like, hi, are you Chrissy? And she was like, ah! And I was like, ah! And it was just an embrace. It was so, so lovely. And she had the Pro Froster stacked up there, pink and blue ones in their new packaging. She had all her lovely stencils, all the other equipment that she does as well. It's just a lovely stand. Her husband, her children were there as well. It's a very nice little family business. And whilst I was there, because I had just used one of her stencils on my Pretty Pumpkin cake and I loved it, I was like, right, I need some more stencils. So I got four more stencils. I got this one, this one, which I thought was like a Moroccan style, so I just need a Moroccan cake to do now. And then this one, which I just used on a cake board and looked amazing. Can you see the cake board? I don't want to tip the cake too much because we don't want it to go, but look at the board. It's so easy, it's so, so quick. Now again, in my video last week, you may have seen that I went to Roxy and Rich stand and the guy there demonstrated some of the fond dust. I have bought a couple of these before, but I hadn't used them. And then the day before I was at Cake International, when we were traveling there, I saw a video of fond dust being used. So it's like a hybrid between a gel and a dust. It's not wet at all, it isn't gel at all, it is literally just a dust. And you can use it to paint or dust stuff, but you can actually use it to mix it into fondant and it changes the colour like that. Really bold, strong colours, tiny amount needed. So I saw this video and I was like, oh, like I was glad I hadn't tried to use it before because I would have just dusted or painted it and probably thought it was quite normal. So the guy demonstrated an orange one with me, and then I bought a few really dark colours. So I got a super black, a teal, a super red and a navy blue. So really good dark colours. When I use these, again, I'll record them so you can see how they work. I also got some of their sparkle range. Then they have a shimmer one and a sparkle one. I like a shimmer, but I'm more of a sparkle. Stupidly, I went for satin white and super pearl. Now, this is not going to show on camera, but they are near enough exactly the same colour. Super pearl's got a bit more sparkle to it, but they're both white sparkly powders. So I don't know what I was thinking. I like a plain sparkle, I suppose. Then I went to Cakes and Supplies by Zamina, which is a massive stand right at the front of Cake International. They always have the same stand, big square one, right in the middle, right as you go in. And they have a beautiful display of cutters and the shapes that you can make with the cutters. So I did put some examples of that in my Cake International video last week if you saw it. And this is a stand that every year I've been like, oh, I love those cutters, I really want to get some of those cutters. But again, they are fairly expensive, and I feel like you should only get them if you really need them. It's something that I could quite easily just be like, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. I want one of each, and I'll just have them in my cake supply room until I need them. I couldn't do it, but I did decide that this year was the year I was going to get some. They're really nice big cutters. So I got this polar bear one. I don't know if you can see behind how big the cutters actually are. Now this one I'm going to use in some sort of Christmas tutorial so you can see how they work. But if you look at the picture, it's 2D shapes, but you can build them up so they're sort of 3D 2D. And I really like that effect. It's like a bas relief effect, but much quicker. I also got this elephant one and this giraffe one because I love giraffes so much. I've never seen a giraffe in real life, but it's something I would really like to do. And I got this Minnie Mouse set, because I have a very similar Mickey Mouse set. I don't have anything for Minnie, and look at her gloves making a heart shape. That's all I really want out of a cutter. I had to go to Saracino to stock up on the modelling paste, because this is my favourite brand of modelling paste ever. I only tried it for the first time this very year, and after I tried this and Cake Duchess at the same time. Cake Duchess is also really nice, but this just took the edge for me. I tried to order it recently and it was out of stock everywhere. So I saw them at the show and I was like, 10 pots please. 10 pots please, madame. She was like, why do you need 10 pots? And I was like, well, I love it. I don't want to run out again. She thought I was up to some sort of massive project. So I was like, no. I just need stock. I need backups. That's my modelling paste of choice, and because I bought 10 pots, she was like, here, have some cocoa butter. So I got some burro di cacao, because it's Italian. Yeah, I want to try that. But that comes as like one massive lump in a tub, and I haven't had that before. I've only had Squire's Kitchen, which comes in little pellets that you can melt down individually. This is just one big old block in a tub, so I don't know if you melt the whole lot down, so we'll find out. And these last two bags contain the same types of products. This is probably my most exciting find at Cake International. This was a stand I had never, ever seen before. They were brand new. It was called Gallia's or Gallia's Silicone Molds. Now this lady actually entered, it was either 2 or 3 of her entries into the competition, and she won golds, and you can see why, like, she's amazing. So she has made molds for making people. Making people has never ever been my forte. If I'm making any sort of heads, I can do really rough arms and legs, not like nudie arms and legs, dressed like tubes and sausages, very, very basic. I can't do faces, I have to use a mould for those. So I saw these, they had a really gorgeous stand. Again, if you saw last week's video, I show you their stand, and it had all the figures made using their moulds, and they're really nice size as well and not too big. So I went to town. I would consider, I've been fair, apart from the 10 tubs of Saracino, but I know I love that, I have been fairly conservative with the rest of it, but this is where I lost it. I basically spent everything else that I had on these moulds. So I got a female torso, and what I really like is they don't just do the front, they do something so you can shape the back as well. And I haven't seen that before. Lady arms and hands. A male torso, very fit male torso. Someone who clearly looks after themselves. Lady legs and feet, and again they take care of the backs of them as well, so they're shaped all the way around. I just can't wait to use these. I'm definitely going to record when I use those. That's one of the faces that I got. Now I bought a few faces and I can't remember which each one does because they've got numbers on rather than names. So I'm going to have a look on their website and see what each one of those does, but they have things like Anna and Elsa from Frozen, so if you ever need to make those, that's really handy. They've got Hans there as well. Man hands and arms. Very good. And I think all these ones are faces. They're just large. They're a really nice size. Like I said, they're not too big. There's some other ones I have, Tau Sophia ones, and I really like them. I like the style of them. I like the quality of them. They're very big heads, and I find if I make one, I have to cut a chunk of the forehead off because otherwise it's just humongous and it looks a bit silly on my figures. I don't make figures that are like this big for the top of the cake. I keep them quite small, so I think these ones are going to suit very, very well. So that is my haul from this year's Cake International. Apart from the last lot of moulds, fairly conservative. My card didn't get declined, my bank didn't shut it down. I always think that's a good sign. I did have a lose my card at Cake International. There's always a fail somewhere, but anyway, we realised after a couple of hours of leaving and got it cancelled, so it's fine. I don't want anyone buying sprinkles with my contact list. But I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know if there's anything in particular. As I use everything, I say this every time, I know every time there's like a haul video, as I use it, I will record it and I will show you, but if there's something you're dying to see, put it in the comments below and I will try and prioritise it, so that's something I can get done sooner rather than later. Oh, I've got foodie flavours as well actually. Just some of these are over here. I really like their flavours, they're very natural, they're not sickly, and banana is one I've really bought because I just like it. I also added an apple and espresso. I have a really funny tummy and apples don't do any flavours at all, so I thought if I can make apple flavour stuff, that maybe that would would satisfy my apple cravings without making me unwell. And then espresso flavour because I like the flavour of coffee cakes and stuff, but I find when I add the amount of coffee to give it a really good flavour, it changes the texture of the cake. So I just wanted to try the espresso flavour. If anyone has tried making coffee cake with the espresso flavour, can you let me know? Because I haven't got one coming up anytime soon. I will have to have a practice, but it'd be handy if you know if it works. Now, as always, if you are baking or cake decorating this week, make sure you take photos, upload them to Instagram and use hashtag YesDarling so I can give you a shout out on my stories on Monday. Next Monday I will be back with actual cake tutorials. I know it's been a few weeks now, so we'll get back to the good stuff. I hope you will have an amazing week and I will see you next Monday.